Unlocking Zoom's new custom AI companion isn't just about generating content or meeting notes. It could actually change how your entire team works. But here's the twist. You might think this is just a routine product announcement. But what if I told you it can personalize your workflows using your unique organizational data? Hi, I'm Todd, a solutions engineer at Zoom, and I'd like to introduce you to our new capability called Custom AI Companion. It allows customers to integrate their unique data into Zoom workflows. And I'll start with a few visuals just to introduce the capability. Then we'll go into a product demonstration to show you how it works. To set the table, the visual you're seeing here represents our standard AI companion features. These are already included with your licensed Zoom plans, so they're not going away. Features like meeting summary, chat thread summary, call summary, content generation, and many others are still there for your use at no extra cost. Here's what we're doing. Custom AI Companion is an add-on license for Zoom Workplace. It's intended for customers who need to incorporate their unique organizational data into Zoom to customize their workflows. This enhances productivity by helping employees accomplish things faster. Now, what does that mean specifically? When customers integrate their unique data, it makes the information accessible directly from the Zoom client. This helps reduce time spent searching for important information. It also enables things like more relevant meeting summaries and even the ability to automate business processes. Custom AI Companion is deployed within Zoom AI Studio. This is where administrators create knowledge collections, meeting templates, and custom dictionaries. Information like policies and procedures are integrated within Zoom, making them easily accessible to users. There are also connectors out to third-party platforms like Amazon Q, Glean, and other applications like Jira, Asana, Zendesk, and others. This is where your task automation comes into play. This graphic illustrates the power of custom templates and dictionaries. On the left side, you see the general meeting summary template. This is our standard capability that gives you a quick recap with next steps and a summary of the conversation. But let's say you want meeting summaries that present the information in a very specific format for your customers or maybe internal stakeholders. You have unlimited options using custom meeting templates. And taking it a step further, within meeting summaries, custom dictionaries are tailored to the organization's terminology to improve transcription accuracy. Now that's a high-level introduction of Custom AI Companion. Let's see it in action. To set the table here, I'm logged into my Zoom client as an employee of a fictitious entity called the Town of Ozark. As an administrator for the town, I've created knowledge collections that include an employee code of conduct and a travel policy. I've simply taken PDF files and uploaded them to my Zoom account, making the information accessible to all users. From the main page of the Zoom client, I can ask questions about town policies and procedures. As an example, I want to know what the town policy on travel is, so I ask the question here in the Zoom client. What I've done here is I've just created a really zany and unrealistic travel approval policy just to illustrate the power of the feature. If you want to get travel approval for the town of Ozark, there are two main requirements. First off, you got to get approval from your mom. The town requires a notarized statement from your mom answering the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, why for your travel. If your mother is unavailable, the town requires a notarized statement from next of kin. Also, before booking travel, you must don a wizard hat and perform a 3-minute interpretive dance to summon the good travel vibes. Another question we could ask as an employee of the town of Ozark is, what is the policy on resolving employee disputes? When I ask the question, Custom AI Companion reviews the company HR policy manual, and here's the answer. There's a thumb wrestling protocol if you have a dispute with a coworker. All workplace disputes must be settled through thumb wrestling. Matches are best 2 out of 3, and they are binding. Along with the answer, users are provided with links to the source information. In this case, the information came from the employee code of conduct. Now, this is a completely whimsical illustration of the power of custom knowledge collections. The point here is the information is accessible right here in the Zoom client, so it cuts down on the amount of time spent searching for information. Let's switch gears and have a look at the custom meeting templates. I'm still operating as an employee of the town of Ozark, and let's navigate to this user's meeting summaries. The town of Ozark is hosting a family fun fest, and they recently had an internal meeting to talk about the ops plan. This is the standard recap of the meeting that folks are familiar with. What I'm going to do now is apply one of my custom meeting templates. I've selected the template, and now Zoom AI is processing the transcript and generating a new summary with the custom template. Now, while this is processing, let me give you the background on the template. The town manager is former military, and he's accustomed to an operations plan, and it's summarized by the acronym SMEAC. The letters stand for Situation, Mission, Execution, Administration Logistics, and Command and Signal. He's asked the administrator to generate a custom meeting template in the SMEAC format. The transcript is processed, and now we see the meeting summary in an entirely different format. First, I see the list of attendees in the meeting and their role. The situation is just a brief summary of the event. The mission is to host a fun and safe family event with engaging activities. And now the execution phase, it's got a lot of interesting details. It'll be carried out in 3 phases. It starts with event setup. These are activities that happen prior to the event. Then we have activities for the day of the event, and then event teardown. The goal of the execution section is to identify the how of the operation, along with contingency plans. And then we have command and signal. This identifies where leaders will be stationed during the event, how the staff will communicate with one another, and reporting procedures. The bottom line here is this is a custom template based on a very specific operations plan that was very easy to create and use. When I discard this custom meeting summary, you see there's a big difference between that and the standard template. Now, I applied that template after the fact just for illustration. You can actually apply a custom template when you're scheduling your meeting, and here's how you do that. Just log in as a user who's been granted access to custom templates. Schedule a meeting for yourself. In the AI Companion section, select your preferred meeting template, and Zoom will automatically apply this to your meeting. That's the user experience for Custom AI Companion. Now let's have a look at AI Studio. To access AI Studio, simply log into Zoom as an administrator. Navigate to the admin section, then go to AI Studio and select AI Companion. In this section, there are 3 sections across the top: Knowledge, Custom Meeting Templates, and Dictionaries. In the Knowledge section, you see my folder with the Town of Ozark policies. I simply uploaded PDF files to this folder and made them accessible. In Custom Meeting Templates, you're presented with options to use templates created by Zoom. If you click All Templates, you can review the examples and use one if it's close to what you need. I'll select my SMEAC operations plan and just let you see the simplicity of the template. We have the section name, a brief description, and an expected length of each section. And once you publish the template, Zoom AI extracts information specific to each section and populates the meeting template for your summary. Now, finally, I'll navigate to Custom Dictionary. This is a very simple interface where admins either manually create terms one by one, or they can upload a CSV file to create terms in bulk. The terms get applied dynamically to meeting summaries by Zoom AI, and this makes your meeting summaries more accurate. Now, that's the whirlwind tour of Zoom's Custom AI Companion. As mentioned at the outset, all Zoom customers have access to our standard AI Companion features. So this capability is intended for customers who need to customize their experience to include information specific to their organization or their mission. I'll include links to Zoom documentation for more details. Thanks for watching and have a great day.